My idea worth spreading is that it's possible to get more by giving more. And I love this idea because it's the opposite of what most people think. When most people want to get something, what happens is they constrict in whatever area of life that it is. It's true with love, it's true even with joy, and even with money. Well, what we want to do, instead of constrict, we want to expand. And there are universal laws that teach us this truth, and there's even science that backs it up, which is very exciting. We've all heard it in a common way, some of the laws I'm speaking of. Maybe you've heard it said, what goes around comes around, or like attracts like, or maybe even as you give, so too shall you receive. These are all examples of scientific laws, and I want to tell you about a couple of those laws right now. The great Sir Isaac Newton had a law called the third law of motion, which says, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This must be true on every level. For every action, there was an equal and opposite reaction, which means for every force, there is an equal opposing force pushing against it. Whatever you put out is the energy that you get back. This is very exciting to me. Also, there's the great scientist named Albert Einstein with the world's most famous equation, E = mc squared, which basically said everything is made out of the same stuff, whether it's the food you eat or to the car you drive, it's all one energy, right? So everything is made of one energy. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And then the great quantum physicist and philosopher Niels Bohr tells us this: every particle begins as a wave. When it's observed, it transmutes into a particle, and that even the people observing it have an impact on the particle itself. This is wonderful information for us if we're trying to create, if we are trying to co-create lives full of love, full of joy, and yes, even full of money. That it's possible, knowing and using these universal laws, it is possible to get more by giving more. We want to be conscious co-creators of our life and of our world. As we put these laws into practice, these ancient laws that have just been discovered, we have a life full of love, full of joy, and yes, even full of money. It's possible to get more by giving more. Thank you.